Welcome everyone. In this video lecture, we will think about the three different conditions of op-amp based negative resistance converter in negative saturation, linear region and positive saturation. So this one, the first figure shows a op-amp with power supply. So here we can easily identify the V naught is equals to some gain, that is our A, into Vd. Okay, and the corresponding V naught Vd graph I am making here with some shift from the origin, and it is due to some offset voltage. So I am just making like that. It passes through some origin, not completely origin, away from the origin, and this one is the positive saturation region. This portion is our for positive saturation. Okay, and this portion similarly, this portion is our negative saturation region. Okay, and in case of positive saturation region, the output voltage is equals to V set plus. Okay, V set plus. And in case of negative one, it should be our V naught equals to minus V set minus. Okay, we can write, and then this point, above this point, say I am writing Vd plus, above Vd plus. Okay, above this one, it is in the saturation region. There will be some relationship, some function. Okay, so I am just writing ABC, or we can better to write Vd plus will be greater than some function of V set plus V naught S and A. Better to write this one, not write this one. This Vd plus will be a function of this one for positive saturation. For positive saturation, that we have to find. Okay. Now for the negative saturation, this one, for the negative saturation, we can say this point. Okay, this point, say I am writing minus Vd minus. Okay, so for the negative saturation, this Vd minus should be equal to some function of V set minus, that we have to find V naught S. We have to calculate this one. Okay, but for the time being, for the negative saturation, this one is also some function of this one. Similarly, for the linear region of operation, this Vd range will be a function of V set plus V naught S and A in the this side, and here we can write V set minus V naught S. We will calculate each and everything, but for the time being, we have to write like that. Okay, for different function, Vd value. Now Vd value will lie in between this one to this region. Okay, or we can write this Vd for this saturation. This Vd will be the function of, that is our Vd plus to Vd minus. Okay, this one I am just giving a highlight. For the positive situation, the condition will be like that. Okay, for the negative situation, the condition will be like that. Okay, and for the linear region, the condition will be like that. Okay, so this thing we have to find out. Okay, so now we have to start with the condition. Okay, so I have already copied this thing So just again I am making the transfer characteristics. Okay. So as I discussed, this point is our what VD plus, and this one is a positive saturation. This portion is our positive saturation. Okay. And one more important point is to note that this slope, this slope, this slope will be our A. Okay. We can say better to write here. This slope will be our A because V naught A times of VD. So this slope will be always A. Again, V naught by VD slope will be A. There will be shift due to some offset value, but the slope will be always A. V naught by VD. Okay, so this slope is given. So first we have to find out the condition. Okay, so I am writing this as a V naught and this is a VD. Okay, so what we can write first for positive saturation region, we have to find the condition. Okay, it is very easy. We have to use the concept of a straight line. So for the time being, this one, this coordinate, we can say this coordinate, we can say some point like VD plus, and other point is our V set plus. Okay, this coordinate. I am saying this one is a VD plus, so we can write this as a VD plus and V set because this whole line is our V set plus for the positive saturation. This one is our positive saturation. Once again, I am highlighting positive saturation V set. Okay, so this point will be our VD plus and V set, and this point V naught S, we can write this point as a V naught S as a x coordinate, that is our VD, and the y coordinate should be 0 in the horizontal axis. So these two points are now given. Okay, V naught S. So here we can say for the calculation of the point a straight line equation, we have a point V naught S and 0 is given, and another point is our VD plus and V set plus. Two points are given. Okay, and one more thing is given, the slope of this line is A. Okay, the slope of the line, I am writing HA. This slope is A. Okay, so now we can easily, everything is there, so we can find the VD plus, because we have to write if in an straight line, if two points are given, say x1 y1 and x2 y2, 2 points are given, and some slope is also given, and some data is missing. Suppose x2 we have to find. Okay, so what we have to write, we have to write the straight line equation is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 equals to a, some slope, this slope y2 minus y1, this one will be y2 minus y1, and this one is to x2 minus x1. So this one is the fundamental concept. So that same concept we have to apply here. So suppose I am saying this one is our x1 y1, and for the time being I am saying x2 y2, and this one is our slope, so not an issue. So y2 minus y1, just write So we can write v set plus minus 0 divided by x2 minus x1. So we have to write vd plus minus v naught s equals to a. Simple state equation, a state line equation. Now one can write v set plus equals to a times vd plus minus v naught s. So we can write v set plus by a. Suppose if we divide with a, will be vd plus minus v naught s. So once again we can write the vd plus equals to v set plus by a, okay, plus vos, okay. So from here we have already find the value of vd plus equals to vz plus by a plus vos. So for positive saturation the conditions will be vd plus will be greater than equals to vz plus by a plus vos. It is very easy. I am highlighting. So this one is the condition when the op-amp is in the positive saturation region, where A is the gain, VOS is the what, the offset voltage. So is it okay? It is very simple. Okay. Now we have to do the same process for the negative saturation to find the condition. So now I am again writing. Okay. Wait. Now we have to do the same process for negative saturation region. Okay, so once again for the negative saturation, this one is the negative saturation region, and I am saying this point is our minus Vd minus. This was in negative minus Vd axis, so that's why I am putting minus Vd minus. Okay, so here again what we have to do, this point we can say minus V set minus. So we can easily say the coordinate of this point, this coordinate of this point will be, first we have to write the x coordinate minus Vd minus and minus V set minus. Is it okay? Minus Vd minus and minus V set minus, and this one is our V naught S and 0. So what we can write, I am just first writing the points on the straight line. This point is our minus Vd minus V set minus. Okay, this point, very simple, this point. Okay, and this one point we are taking the any point from the straight line which is known to us. So it is V naught S 0, V naught S on the x axis and 0 on the y axis. The slope is again A, because if we draw the, okay, this slope is A, so we can say this one, this y2 minus y1, okay, and x2 minus means this one we have to write as y2 minus y1, and this as a, this as a x2 minus x1. So we can easily find the unknown variable vd minus, because everything is known to us. Okay, so again I am writing as formula. I am writing just like y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, and it equals to some slope, say write m, or we can write it a. Okay, now y2. Take anything. Okay, means, so I am using the black. Suppose y2. Okay, so for the time being I am saying this one is our x1 y1 coordinate, and this one say x2 y2 coordinate. Okay, so y2 is our 0, so better to write 0. Okay, 0 minus minus of v set minus, so we have to write v set minus. Okay, divided by x2 minus x1. So now x2 is our v naught s minus of minus vd minus equals to, the slope will be a. Okay, so what we can write, this we can write as v set minus divided by v naught s plus vd minus equals to a. So now once again we have to solve this one. V set minus equals to a times of vos plus vd minus, or one can write this as a v set minus simple calculation by a equals to vos plus vd minus. So basically we have to find the vd minus as a v set minus by a minus vos. Okay, so this one is the condition, means vd minus equals to v set minus by a minus v naught s. Okay, if we put here minus vd, if we put here minus vd, for the time being I'm just saying, if we multiply with minus vd minus, it will be simply our v naught s minus v set minus by a. So our condition, we can say the vd value in this case vd value will be less than equals to v set minus by a with a negative sign plus vos. Okay, so this one is the another condition for the saturation region. Okay, because for the saturation region, this one is the saturation region, so minus vd minus is a function of something, so we can write as a vd minus. So vd minus will be less than this one, this value will be, if it is above this one, so it is in the saturation. So it is very simple thing. Okay, you have to use this concept. Now we have to do for the linear region operations. So I am writing here for linear region. Okay, so for linear region it is very easy. What we have to do? Okay, for linear region, we have one point, say v naught s and 0, and a is the coordinate. A is the coordinate. Okay, a is the slope. So equation we can directly write for this one, and the condition. So what we can say, the condition for the linear region will be in between these 2 points, vd minus and vd plus. So directly we can write this as a, it is very simple, v set by a plus vos and minus v set minus by a plus vos. So this one is the condition, because in between So this one is the condition. It is very simple for linear region. If you find out the for positive situation, negative situation, so in between we have to say the open is in the linear region. Okay, and if we find the state equation for this one, line equation for what is the line equation for this one, we can write it directly. You have to use y minus y1 by x minus x1 equals to m formula slope. So y, okay, so y is nothing but simply our v naught. So better to, I'm just writing the equation for this line. So y is nothing but simply our v naught minus v1. v1 is our 0. Sorry, y1 is our 0. Okay. X is our vd. So better to write vd minus vos equals to a. So v naught can be written as a vd minus v naught s. So this one is the equation for the v naught s. So these are the conditions for linear region. Then positive situation, negative situation is there. Okay, so we can easily identify the different conditions. So as a summary, I am writing here. I am writing as a summary. Say for positive saturation, for the positive saturation, we can directly say the V naught equals to V set plus, okay, for positive situation, and the condition for the positive situation, that is our Vd plus, will be greater than equals to V set plus by A plus V naught S. Already find calculated here, you can say. Okay, now for the negative saturation, for the negative saturation, what we can say, V naught equals to minus V set minus, and Vd minus, I am saying, will be less than equals to minus V set minus by A plus Vos. Okay, now for linear region, for linear region, V naught equals to A times of Vd minus Vos, already calculated at the end. If you want to go step by step, so this one is the V naught equals to A Vd minus V naught S. So we can directly write like that. And the condition for this one will be in between the positive situation and negative situation. So we can say like V set plus by A plus V naught S, then V set minus by A plus V naught S. Okay, so these are the condition that we have to take care for the positive saturation. Okay, now this one for the negative saturation. Okay, and one more is for the linear region. Okay, so it is very simple. Clear, we have to go step by step. Okay, so this is all about this concept. Okay, so this one is very important. So you can go directly by using this V naught VD curve. Okay, transfer characteristics, then we have to use the concept of a straight line, and if you go step by step, you can easily find the condition where this one is for positive saturation, VD value should be this one for positive saturation, this value for the negative saturation, and in between is for the linear region. So no need to write this one for the linear. Okay, so this is all about this video. So Thank you for watching this video.